Hello and welcome to today's video where I am going to be talking about all of my Inktober supplies, what I use, and how I go about my daily drawings, and then we're going to draw a drawing in sort of real time. This year I've been keeping all of my Inktober supplies in this handy little pouch all together, and I've been keeping all of my sketches and my ink drawings in one paper pad. I just thought it would be really fun to keep everything together, including the sketches, the process, and the finished pieces. For whatever reason, I just thought it would be really cute to have all of that together. Am I ever going to look at it again? Probably not, but at least it's together. So we will draw later, so let's get into the supplies now. If you saw my Japanese art supply haul video, you saw this pencil pouch that opens up and then kind of has all of your supplies in this little thing, so you're ready to go. I think it's really handy for going to like coffee shops and stuff, so pretty stoked about that. So before we get into the pens, I thought we would talk about everything else. So I do have my two pencils. These are the Pentel GraphGear 500 in 0.7 and 0.5. I also have this unwinding eraser, so you peel away the paper. I've also got a ruler. I've been using a ruler a lot for filling in spaces without having to, I guess, fill them in completely black. I do a lot of hatching. I've also got this deleter Neo Pico Line White so that I can delete all of my inking mistakes. And of course, I've got all of my Sakura Micron pens in every size you can imagine. Alright, so these are the supplies that I've been using for Inktober. Let's create our Inktober drawing for today. Alright, here we go. Got all of our stuff ready. And I'm keeping my ink stuff in the front here. Oh, a little preview. And then all of my sketches are in the back. Alright, so today's Inktober is cruel. So let's just get into it. I'm not sure what I'm going to sketch. I have no real ideas yet, but you know, I just sketch a few things and then just kind of see what I come up with. But being cruel, I'm thinking maybe just like a white figure with their head low, a creepy smile, and something that I've been wanting to focus on Inktober and I didn't do at the beginning of Inktober is that I do want to focus on white and black really contrasting each other, and that's not something I did at the beginning. I was really doing a lot of, I guess, hatching with my colors. I was trying to get some grays in there, but something that I've noticed that I wish I had, I guess, kind of focused on more was the really black and white contrasting each other. So I'm really hoping to maybe minimize the amount of hatching I do. I don't even really like the way that hatching looks, but I guess I'm just trying to push myself out of my comfort zone during this Inktober because I always just kind of stick to what I know I like. And although I have been doing that a lot, I've also been doing a lot of hatching, which I know I'm not really a fan of. And, you know, I just want to like try to do things that I know I don't like and just maybe push myself out of that comfort zone. My nose is dripping. I need a tissue. Hold on. Where are my tissues? Oh, they're under the microphone. Fun. I'm using the tissue box to hold my microphone, so now I have snot running down my face. I need to go get a tissue. Okay, I got my tissues and I have returned. Some of my favorite Inktober pieces this year have been that white on black sort of contrasty negative space sort of stuff. So I definitely want to try to focus on that on this piece, especially because it is cruel. We can get some sort of spooky, creepy something in here. There's always a bigger person kind of ganging up on a smaller person. Can't forget the butt, of course. Look at that leg. I'm loving that leg. It's so messed up. Maybe we can get some sort of black figure coming out behind this person. So I'm not really feeling any of these ideas, so I think I'm just going to move on to some more brainstorming. Let's see, a black circle or an oval. because the page is tall. Okay, so I like the idea, but I really don't like the character drawing, I suppose. So I do need to work on this character if I do want to go with this idea. I also kind of feel like it's just a little too deep for me. I do like to make my illustrations a little more lighthearted and just kind of silly and stupid, because that's what I like to do with my art. I like to make people smile and laugh. I do like to do some deep, creepy stuff every once in a while, but I don't really know if I'm in that mood right now. So I'm not sure if this is something that I'm going to end up going with. Let's see, if I could do something a little bit more on the lighthearted side, I would probably do like an animal eating another animal. I don't know why that's lighthearted to me. Probably because maybe I would do it in like a silly way. Let's see. Here's a pile of blood, as they do. I just sat here and said that I wasn't going to do anything super serious, and here I am drawing a giraffe in a pool of blood. Because that's what you do when you don't want to do something serious. You draw giraffes in pools of blood or something. I don't know. What am I drawing? Okay, I've got to do something a little more lighthearted. This one's really stumping me though, wow. Okay, let's see. Can I be honest? I think maybe the giraffe one might be my favorite. Maybe instead of a lion, this could be really creepy. There could be like an arrow or a sword through the giraffe's neck. That actually might be kind of cool. And then this could be maybe dripping blood into this pool that the giraffe's in. Super morbid idea, but honestly, I kind of like the composition. I kind of like the idea. I don't know. I mean, the prompt is cruel. I say we go with it. As you can see, I've got all of these pre-dated and all of the prompts are on there. So we're just going to go to cruel. There it is. Oh, peekaboo. And then I guess we're just going to go to town on it. I think that's really important to remember during Inktober, and that's something that I keep telling myself, is that they all can't be winners. We can't expect all 31 drawings during Inktober to be awesome and perfect and the thing we were wanting. I think during Inktober you just have to accept that probably half of them are going to be garbage, and that's okay. I think that's really helped me get through this year so far, is just telling myself that not all of them are going to be exactly what I want them to be, and that is fine. I always like to play around in Inktober. I play around with style, I play around with the way that I do my fills. Because I don't normally work in black and white, I think it's really important to just kind of play around and find out how I would work in black and white. I can't expect myself to just jump into this black and white situation and have a style and way I work to be perfectly the way I like it. It's new, it's different, it's not going to be something I'm used to, it's not going to be something that I'm happy with every time. That's art every time, I guess, huh? Can't expect to like every drawing. Wow, my chair sure is squeaky. I promise I'm not farting. I don't know, there's parts about the sketch that I really liked, but yeah, I don't know, there's parts about the pencil that I really like too. Like this one seems to be a little bit more fluid. It just has a little bit more fluidity to it, whereas this one's a little bit more stiff, which is more what I like to do, is play around with angular shapes and stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say. I think I'm just going to stick with what I got though. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and ink what I have, and then the spots I'm going to do some graying lines with my ruler. I am going to be using my 03 Micron to do the line work. Well, most of the line work anyway. Oh, I don't know where to start. Oh, I'm scared! I always get really scared on where to start. Ooh, okay. Next, I am going to be using my one so that I can do the pool of blood. Oh, that pool of blood. Next, I'm going to be using the brush to fill in the puddles of blood. Okay, I'm going to continue inking the giraffe with my 03 pen. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the spots of the zebra in. And once the spots are drawn in, I'm going to do some hatching, and I think I'm going to fill the sky into a fade, and I'm also just going to fill in all the spots as grays. So for the spots and the gradients, I'm going to use a 005. Okay, let's take a second to look at what we have so far. It looks okay, but I am wondering if maybe the spots just need to be black, because they're not really standing out much, and I think it would look better if the spots were black. It does look really cool in gray right now. I do think maybe the lines should have been a little bit closer together to separate the spots from the background, but I think the spots gotta be black. And then I will continue to do the background. ignoring the spots, and then I'll go through and make the spots black. And the background's going to start gradienting around here, and it'll just kind of fade off. All right, let's continue. I have finished my gradient. I'm going to start filling in the spots now. I'm going to use the one. I do think that the spots would have benefited by being lined grays like I mentioned, but I just think I didn't think it through enough, and I just kind of jumped in and it blended into the background too much. I do think that I've been wanting to use blacks more, so this is probably for the best. It's definitely going to make those spots pop a lot more. Now I'm going to erase all of the pencil marks. I think I want to give the giraffe just a little bit of a different sort of mouth. If I make it a little bit cartoony, it might lighten the mood a little bit, right? Maybe? So this ended up being quite the cruel prompt and drawing. A little bit unusual for what I normally draw, but honestly, I really like it. I just love the line detail. I think it just looks so cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Inktober prompt and watching my process. I hope you guys are enjoying Inktober, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!